Okay, so welcome to another lecture on Python and conditions. So what we're going to do in this example, explain logic and conditioning. Okay, how do you do conditions in programming languages and in particular in Python? All right, so we're gonna have a small program. It's a funny program. Just we ask the user to enter a number, say enter your lucky number, and based on that, we send them different messages. Okay, you can do your own messages. But so let's start with this. So the first thing we want to do is that we want to get the input. Okay. So I'm going to say number we say equal to input enter your lucky number, right? Like that. Okay, since it is a number, we want to convert this number, and this number is going to be whole numbers, so we want to convert them to integers. So I'm going to say number equal to int, and then I'm going to say that, which is the number that we just entered. All right? Okay, so that is my input. Now, how do I do comparisons, or how do I do conditioning in Python? In general, in real life, we actually make decisions. And just like we do these decisions in real life, we want to be able to do decisions where? In programming, when we're writing a program, because programs are what? Solution to a real life problem. I know this example is silly, but it should introduce you to the concept of logic. So what do? We do this. We can do this like this. If, just like we did before with functions and for statement, if what? Your condition. Your condition goes into between these brackets. So I can say if the number that they enter equal to, if A equal to, or sorry, it's the number that they enter equal to 1, we do something. How do we do what? How do we tell it we do something? We do it like this. We put a colon. So this is very similar to the function and if statement. Now you say colon and then you hit enter. Everything else that is indented, meaning that it is shifted inward, belong to that if statement. All right. So we're gonna say it's again. We're gonna do a simple if statement at the beginning. We say print. And then you can say whatever you want, okay? Whatever message that you want to type, okay? It's a game, right? So we can come up with funny messages. It's not my lucky number. I don't like this number. Okay, you know fortune cookies? Okay, it's like a fortune cookie, all right? And then you hit enter. Now notice, if I wanted to do more things, they will be shifted inward. You see that? Now, if I want to create something different, if I want to do another if statement but is not related to this, meaning its own if statement, I can do this. I need to go back to the beginning. Notice I have to go back to the beginning of this line. Otherwise, if I do anything like this, it will be part of the first if statement. At the beginning, we want to do separate if statements. Okay, so like this. Now I can do this, another example. I say if the number equal, or let's say like this, greater than 2 and greater than or equal to 2 and number is less than or equal to 5, like that. Again, I need to put something like this, colon. Now this is a compound condition, meaning that this condition has two parts, not only one condition. This condition has part 1 and part 2. Part 1 says if the number is greater than 2 or equal to 2, and the number is less than or equal to 5. What does it mean? it means that the number is between these two numbers. يعني, the number that we enter is between the range of 2 and 5. You get it? That's the range. Now, when we have an AND statement, that means both conditions has to be true. So this condition has to be true, and this condition has to be true. Otherwise, if one of them is false, you will get a different message. So what are we going to say here? We can say print another funny message. What do you want to say? Still not my favorite number. Okay. I do not like this number. But again, you can do it your own. I mean, this is, I'm just coming up with these examples, right? Okay, now I have how many if statements? I have 2 if statements. Each one is separate. It says that if the number that you enter equal to 1, I will say this. If the number that you enter is actually between 2 and 5, then I still say, I will say still I do not like, I still do not, or still I do not like this number. All right. How about then another type of if statement? The other type of if statement, you can say if number is greater than or equal to 5, all right, or let's just leave it as this for now. If it's greater than or equal to 5, or let's make it like this for now. If it's equal to 5, no, 6, sorry. If it's equal to 5, if it's equal to 6, I can say things like this. Again, we need to have the condition say like this. Okay, you're getting closer. All right, print. We can say you're getting closer. Okay. Yeah. Finally, I can say like another if statement. I introduce it to another if statement, which is what? Control copy, Control V. And then I'm going to say if the number that you enter is actually equal to 7 or greater than 7, and not equal to 10, or equal to, okay, greater than 7. If the number is equal to 7, or number is equal to 8, perfect. Okay. All right. So these are my conditions. So if the person that uses this program enter a value that is equal to 1, what would the program say? I do not like this number. If the user that they enter, the person that is using this program enter a value between 2 and 5, what do I say? I still do not like this number. If the user enter a number that is equal to 6, I would say you are getting closer. And finally, if they enter 7 or 10, what do we say? Perfect. What about if they enter a number that is greater than all of these? We can say like this. If the number that they enter is greater than 8, we say print, you're moving far. or you're moving away. Like that. I know it's a silly game or silly program, but the point is how to use if statement. Now, I did this. Now you can come up with better messages to make the program more funny or whatever, right? Okay, but this is just the beginning. So we'll go back with this. We say, if the user enter this, we do this. If the user enter a number between 2 and 5, we do this. If the user enter 6, we get this message. If the user enter 7 or 8, we get this perfect. If they get a number that is greater than 8, we say, you are moving too far. Now let's try it and see what happens. If I run this, now remember the conditions. If I enter 1, what happens? I will get this message. I do not like this number, but we have a problem. What is the problem? We got a typo, all right? It says, I do not like this number, but let's go and fix the problem, right? What line? Line 9. We have double M instead of 1M. Do you see that? Okay. So run it again. So if I enter again 1, it says I do not like this number. If I run it again, if I enter 3, which is between 2 and 5, we will get the second message, which says what? Still, I do not like this number. Okay. If I run it again and I enter 6, then what happens? If I enter, it says you are getting closer. Now, if I enter 7 or 8, remember when we say if you enter 7 or 8, this is or. If one of them is true, that means the condition is true. What do I get? If I enter 7, hit enter, perfect. If I run it again and I still enter 8, I will still get perfect. Why? Because one of them must be true. If I hit anything beyond 8, if I type in 100 and I hit enter, what do you get? You are moving away. All right? This is a summary of what is a condition. All right? Now, there are many, many variations of this if statement, these conditions. But this is just a start. All right? I'll stop in this video, and then I'll start another one to show you how we make this a little bit better. All right?